Hello everyone, this is JM764 and welcome to my Let's Play of Train Fever. So, just before I, really start the game, I just want to say that this is the beta version. To be honest, it's actually beta version 3900 or 3900 if you like to say it like that. But either way, this is a beta. And as a beta, expect there to be bugs, glitches, and details that are either left out or not implemented yet because, well, programmers and game designers haven't really gotten around to it yet. That doesn't mean it won't be in there, but you'll just have to wait and see. So, let's start a new game. First, these are our options in the beta at least. We have small worlds, medium worlds, and large worlds. Large is definitely 16 by 16 kilometers, but I have no idea about the other two. I think it's 4 by 4 for small and 8 by 8 for medium. And if any of the other beta testers know what their size actually is, please correct me. Also, there's easy, medium, and hard. Well, clearly we're going to play an easy because A, it's a Let's Play, and B, there's not really much of a difference between the last two besides starting money at the moment. And finally, starting year, which there is a humongous difference between these three, clearly, as you might guess. 1850 is the hardest, as you have some of the slowest vehicles on Earth. 1900 is a bit more balanced. They're still slow, but by the time 1912 rolls around, you'll get this giant blue engine over here, which, let's just say, it's twice as fast as the train you start off with in both 1850 and 1900 itself. And then 1950, which obviously diesels and electrics are really prominent, especially in this game since mainly European vehicles, which, by the way, since I'm American, I'm actually making American vehicles in my mod pack, which you can find on the forums. But outside of that, you might have to wait until at least the game comes out before you see them. And last, we have the map seed, which, well, I can change it to whatever I want. There are some set seeds, but I'm not going to play around on them because, well, what's the fun in that if I already know the map? So let's say I like this one. Let's start with it. So, while the game loads, I guess I can talk about it a bit. 1 second while I open up this window. By the way, I'm new to Let's Play, so expect me to do a lot of stuff. But basically, the game in its entirety is made by Urban Games, which is based in Germany, home of a lot of my favorite tycoon games, to be honest. And just Europe in general, because, you know, a bunch of people live there. I mean, who doesn't love Europe? I do. I mean, granted, I love the US more, but Europe is awesome. Anyway, wow. What just happened? Okay, let me try this again. Okay, that's never happened before, so I don't know what really happened there. Actually, let me take a look at the log. The log says something. I have no idea. By the way, I'm not recording the log, but there's actually a small window on my screen that shows me exactly, well, almost exactly what the game's doing at the moment. You know, in your standard DOS style window. Oh, wait, I think I got it. And yep, here we go. This is Train Fever on its largest map setting, and there's going to be a massive lag spike as I scroll out. Yeah, it's... Actually, did I select the large map? Ah, darn it, I did. Anyway, give me a second. Oopsies. Must have had... Yeah, there we go. Randomize it again. Oh, I saw what I actually liked. Oh well. Let's try this again. Knew it loaded too fast. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I've been in the beta since it started. I mean, yes, I've had logged in almost 100 hours, like a few other players. Though to be honest, I'm not the best player. I mean, I know the ins and outs of the games, but as far as coming down to planning routes and getting cargo to transport, I am mediocre at best. I mean, if this were Locomotion, or Transport Tycoon, or even Cities in Motion 1 and 2, I'd have no problem at all. But due to the way Train Fever works at the moment, it's a little iffy for me. Speaking of which, I'll be going over that today, how cargo moves, how to plan track, etc., all the basics. But mainly, how cargo moves. Well, cargo and passengers, really. As soon as it loads, I might cut here, then again I might not because, well, that's a lot of editing that I'm not good at to begin with, and, well, that's a lot more work for me. Meanwhile, I guess I can go over some of the questions I saw on the forums. Biggest would be map size, which laughably enough is actually not a problem. I mean, sure, 16 by 16 kilometers doesn't sound like a lot, but in reality, as far as this game, which you'll see once it loads again, it is huge. Also, something important to note, while the game is done in months and days, the trip time is done in minutes. And 1 literal minute is 1 literal minute, obviously. But however, the in-game clock runs at 1 day for every 2 seconds. So when I say you want to have your trains running fast, you want them running fast, because time will pass by before you know it. Granted, not as fast as it was on the first few versions of the beta, which it was 1 second per day, and even with my best routes, the maintenance cost was killing me. Here we go. Alright, let me pause the game again. So, welcome to Train Fever. I'll probably leave this window up for a little bit while I scroll around the map, and oh, lag. I'd tell you my system specs, but I'm just gonna post it at the bottom of the video description just because I can. But let's just say it meets more than the requirements for it, and it lags due to this weird fog effect, but hopefully that'll be fixed with optimization, etc., etc. So let's find this little starting area. By the way, there are icons for the cargo now, and older versions there weren't, but there is now. The only problem is, at 920, well, I'm sorry, 1080p, they're kind of hard to see, even with my 2020 vision, but I know what they are, at least from here. Oh, steel mill, and I don't see any coal nearby. Speaking of which, here's a great feature they added. Contour lines, which, if you know your geography, or mapping, whatever, you'll know what these lines mean. Basically, for every line there is, elevation increases, and the closer they are, the more it increases. So right here, that's a mountain. And if that's not apparent, let me scroll down to this giant city, and by giant I mean it's really small compared to the cities you can have in the late game. And look at it. Yeah, this... While it does seem traversable, by track, it's not. I mean, just look at that. If I were to build something right now, the game would just hate it. Yeah, see? It's hard to try to create a bridge, because the elevation doesn't matter. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna want a bridge. So that's one problem you have to take into consideration. And by the way, due to there not being a map editor or anything at the moment, you're gonna get mountains. Lots and lots of mountains. And, even worse, you'll sometimes get giant lakes. There are some maps where they're basically flat, but, well, what's the fun in that? So just keep in mind that we'll have to deal with all of these. But the rivers, clearly, as they are in most situations in real life, are relatively flat nearby. So, we're going to start between two cities, because I love passenger travel compared to cargo, that are on a river. And preferably two cities that aren't too close to mountains. Let's see. This looks like a good area, though I'm bound to find better. Well, let's see. Birchwood to Wigan. And excuse me if I mispronounce names of cities and stuff, it's just, you know, city names. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. Another great feature is land use, which tells you basically the building types and where they are. Yellow is leisure, red is commercial, green is clearly residential, and blue is industrial. Not your SimCity colors, but it'll work. Usually I try to start in the middle, but with this giant river really separating all of it, I'm going to start right about here. I should probably really make a through station as opposed to an inline, but I can add another one later, as long as the city doesn't grow too fast, which that can actually be a bit of a problem. To be honest, that might be a bit too far for our trains because they're old. You know, I think over here is better. Yeah, that hill's going to be a problem for the station. I'll start here. Yeah, this looks like a good spot, and then anyone who needs to get over here can just take a bus. And by bus, I mean stagecoach. Because buses don't really exist in the automobile sense for another 60-something years. Anyway, oh man, that hill. That's going to be fun. So I'm going to pull off a station. Right about here. Yeah, that seems good. Rotate it around. Be nice if it had the 3D rotate from, say, I don't know, Railroad Tycoon 3 or something. But I don't mind it setting to an angle. It'd just be nice if it rotated a bit smoother. But who knows? Maybe they'll improve it. Maybe not. And add a street. Another station. I'm going to try to make a tunnel, but if it proves too expensive, I'll just, well, do something else. I'll get rid of this window now. And let's see. That industrial district is so far away. Yeah. Again, I'll do it by bus. Because passengers will still walk, since there's no cars or, amazingly, even horses at the moment. As far as horses go, I don't think passengers can get them in the beta at the moment. But cars, yes. They'll definitely have cars by the time, well, basically 1916 rolls around, I think? It's pretty early in the 1900s, I can assure you. But let's create this simple one-track line. Also, it's a fairly nice feature that they added recently, of where you can see how fast your train will go along tracks when you build them. Sadly, only when you build them, because apparently seeing it afterward would be a problem. Actually, hold on. Wow. Okay, that is perfect. The fact that they can go 120 in the future when trains actually can go 120, because I assure you, they cannot right now. That's going to prove very useful. Granted, it's just a single line, but I'll upgrade it later with a double station or something. I could really just remove it and add more tracks, but I like double stations, especially when cities grow on the other side, because it's a pain to deal with it otherwise. And because it's just for now, put the depots at the end, because I can. I usually like to have depots at both ends, that way when I have to send vehicles back to either be replaced or even sold, they don't have to go very far, especially if they're already at the station. I mean, oh, come on. You'll see me do this a lot. And, you know what? One is fine for now. I can always move that street at a later date. Though it'll probably be a lot more expensive. So, first, let's create a line. Get rid of these. Alright. Line management. Unlike, say, OpenTDD or Locomotion, vehicles currently cannot have lines set to just one vehicle. They have to be set to a line you pre-made. Kind of like semi-trains, except I think you could actually set lines for that individually. It's not too big a problem, but sometimes you just want one vehicle to just go to one spot and you don't want it to be in a giant list of 50 lines, which are color-coded, by the way. So let's see, that's our lines. Hold on. Let me reverse that order so the train doesn't have to go all the way down here first. There we go. That way when it starts we don't have to wait about a month or so for it to get back, because I assure you, that's a bad idea. So, finances, because we're kind of broke to get the train I kind of want right now. Let's see, that should be enough, half a million. By the way, you start off with the 3 million loan, so keep that in mind. You will be paying from day one, which is why I paused the game. So we're going to buy a train, and we're going to buy 5 cars, which is a pretty good load for this train. Also, you can clone and set the line right in the depot. Oh, actually I almost forgot. Line management. You now, even though I'm not showing an older version of the beta, because a lot of games don't have this, but since they're all in a line, you can send all the vehicles on a line. Let's say I had 100, because in other games this actually happens. I have a bunch of vehicles on a line, and when I need to replace them or sell them, it's a pain getting all 100 windows open and setting up evenly all to the depot. But with this button, they all go to the nearest depot. And if you really want to, you can have them not only all go to the depot, but sell them as soon as they get there. Really useful if you want to, say, get rid of a line or just need some quick cash from older vehicles. It's really nice. But with that settled, let's actually, I almost forgot. We're going to need a bus line. It's not mandatory, but it's helpful. And because passengers mainly go from residential to industrial, I'll put it to the faraway industrial district because, let's face it, no one wants to walk all the way there. So, let's see. I'll put... yeah, I can upgrade it later. But I'll put a bus station here. You can argue with me if that's a good idea. And the best part, that I almost forgot, you can group stations that are close enough. I think there's actually a radius for that, but the stations themselves, a person, and as long as it takes only 20 minutes, could say walk all the way from this city to here, just to take the train. Granted, that's probably going to take more than 20 minutes, so they almost never do it. But just keep that in mind. There is no radius whatsoever. I guess they could stop in the commercial district. I mean, who wouldn't want to go shopping? Oh, and bus stops automatically, and actually these also double as tram stops, but they automatically group if they're close enough. And I guess here would be a good spot. Yep, seems good to me. Keyword good to me. Probably not good to you, the other guys, but let's face it, pointless one. Oh boy. Anyway, so there's a route. Get that down. It's simple, but we can expand it later. This one's going to be a bit more important due to the fact that, well, let's face it, it's a bit farther away. And the city's also far bigger. I might add an actual station, but for now, bus stops should be able to handle it. Most people will just walk to this stop and take the bus from these houses, which is fine. Put these stops here, and some stops here. It's about even. When cars come around, this is going to ruin everything. And to be honest, even when 1900 itself comes around, we're going to need more stops. So, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And now for some bus depots. Now, granted, you can actually... oh, sorry, that's cargo station. You can actually just build trams, but at this point it's not really worth it, as basically a stagecoach is equivalent to a horse tram in this era. So I tend to ignore it unless I really have high capacity and road traffic spec. But that's for another time. I'll just stick it, say, up here. And I like sticking them next to my depots, my train depots. So I'll put that there. And I'll buy as many vehicles as I can. Stay Coach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hotkey to close all windows, and then alt line 3. And while there is no timetable to say how far away they are, it'll even itself out automatically, depending on how long it takes. And then another depot over here. And right about here. Perfect. Right, I already know that. Oh, cool feature of the blinds. Depending on where your camera is, if you set it to visible only, once you move out of the way, boom. That other line disappears off this list, and you clearly have the lines you can see. Same if you go over a line, and there it is. This is a neat little feature, so you don't have to have your list completely full. And of course, you can separate it by types, but we can go back and look at that later. Road vehicles, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need another loan of 100,000. 4, 5. Oh, by the way, the rotation of stuff is N and M, just to let you know. Oh, wait, didn't mean to buy some more. And line 2. Yeah, don't be surprised if this plan fails, but hey, you know. So let's actually start. Actually, save. That's something I need to do. Put it in as Camp 1, short for Campaign 1, because I'll be setting a goal for this. Mainly because there isn't a goal actually in the game at the moment. Well, there's the money goals, but I already completed them, exception for 100 million and 1 billion, because there are too many updates and it's just tedious to me. Oh! Well, yeah. See if I can... There we go. Oxygen. I sent this train to the wrong station, didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh well, there'll probably be some passengers there. And, ooh, that travel time's kind of high. 13 minutes. Hopefully when the game updates again, it'll... And by update, I mean, like, refreshes how long it takes. That'll go down. Because that's a little worrying, if you ask me. You know what? This route is farther than the other one, isn't it? Yeah. See, I told you I wasn't that good at this game. Trust me, I've actually had a successful map which ranked basically millions in minutes, but that was started in 1900, not 1850. If this were 1900, it would be a problem because that travel time probably be about 6 minutes as opposed to 13, maybe even less than that, but we didn't do that. And wow, there's actually a lot of people here. A lot of people. And my computer. It's fast, but the game, not so much. They're actually using line 3. That's the bus line, of course, but I might actually need more buses. Actually, where are they? Okay, there they are. Let's see. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't tell me the pedestrian. Ah, that's one thing at the moment I don't like. Pedestrians and other vehicles have equal priority, I guess. So they'll just clog your city passageways. It's horrible. Yeah, see, like that. But I mean, the game will eventually time it a bit better. But for now, it's kind of bad. Expect to see that a lot. Meanwhile, we're not making a profit due to the fact that... oh! I forgot to group these. What am I doing? Ah, no, I got rid of all the passengers. But it'll at least increase... what am I trying to say? Desirability of the lines, at least. Okay, these are already grouped. Yeah, they're waiting for buses right now. Oh, they'll get to the train a bit. Whoa. Yeah. You know, I think these are actually waiting right now. Nope, never mind. It was just loading. Yeah, but that's what I... How many people are... Dang. Yeah, I'm gonna need more buses for line 1. I'm definitely gonna need more buses. Of course, I'm out of money, and yeah, that's where the bus station went. I'm sorry. Yeah, faster for the bus station. Are there any here yet? Time to fast forward the game. Sorry about that. I had to actually full screen the game since I was using a window. But let's see now. Yeah, they'll eventually space out, as I was saying. Since it's a short line, it won't space out too much, but yeah. You know, while we're at it, let's at least survey the landscape and see what our best cargo options are. Iron ore mines here. I'm sorry, steel mills here. Iron ore mine there. There. Wood. I don't really see. Well, I don't know. If it weren't this era, this would be really lucrative. But traveling 40 kilometers an hour to here. Well, no, there's this one. That iron ore mine's pretty close. Maybe. Yeah. Well, it won't produce anything without the coal. Hold on. Are you? No. Wow. I thought you were close enough. Oh, that's an iron ore mine. My mistake. Yeah. Let's see, birchwood to. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. And that iron ore mine, if the tracks are close enough, will actually send its cargo from here automatically all the way here. Speaking of which, almost forgot. Cargo. It'll move by itself just like it did in Railroad Tycoon. I think 2 and 3. 3 for sure, not about 2. I haven't played that one in years. But yes, as you can see here, it starts moving automatically. If it takes less than 20 minutes to get to a town or to a factory, it's going to go there by itself. Of course, you can capitalize on this by taking it yourself. But if it takes your vehicles too long, it'll automatically send a PU to the industry so it doesn't actually run out for producing goods, you know, the good industries. Actually, where is it going? Yeah, it should be going here. That way your trains will always have at least something, and the city will always have something, because cities actually take resources, as shown here by this giant chart. And by chart, I mean... I forgot what this is called. Oh, man. Because this is a graph. I guess this is a chart, whatever. Anyway, cities need certain supplies. If you meet their supplies, they grow faster, clearly. And it even tells you how many people in the city are using your lines. With a population of 170, and I know what you're thinking, 170 here? Yep. These buildings don't hold a lot. At least not in 1850. 1851, I'm sorry, the game speed's not fast. But yeah, keep that in mind. When you start this late, they might be big, but they don't hold anything. Also, city roads are really good at building themselves. Granted, that one's a little awkward, but they probably planned that out well before I tried to put that bus station there. And luckily, it'll plan around things, unlike certain other games which don't. At the moment, they won't build over tracks with roads, so keep that in mind. If you're going to want a city to build on the other side of a railway line, you're going to have to build that road yourself. People are actually using the line now, and you know what? I don't think the train really has the capacity for that. Yeah, this train's going to be full a lot. Probably should make a dual line, but you know what? We can do that. I hate really having one station for double tracks, but let's face it, we're going to need to. And here's the beauty of the game. You can do that. Very easily, if I might say. Of course we're out of money right now, but I'll cover track building. Track building, basically, it's pretty much the best track builder I've seen so far. You can just snap tracks next to each other easily. Sadly, you can't build double or triple track, etc. automatically, but building it by hand, parallel, is so much easier than in other games. That it really doesn't matter if you build them double or triple automatically, as long as you have the patience to do so. Building bridges and tunnels at certain track numbers would be nice though, because they're kind of hard to actually double up, even now, with the improved system. But it's not too bad. So let me get some more cash, because let's face it, I'm gonna need it. Oh, that's going to come back and bite me, isn't it? But oh well. Nah, don't tell me. Oh man. Okay, I gotta wait for this train to get to the station and pause the game again. Because I don't have any signals, and, well, I don't want to mess up the line at the moment. So we're just gonna have to wait for that train to get all the way over there. Another thing, invisible land. Well, not invisible, I'm sorry. Let's just say it's clear. Hopefully they'll fix that, but I just think it's hilarious being able to see things right through the ground. Which, unfortunately, tunnels, you can't see down automatically. Well, you're not supposed to, at least. Let me turn the cargo map on. There we go. Yeah. See that shadow? That's the train. So, if it weren't for that little, I don't know, thing they have, you wouldn't be able to see the train at all in that tunnel. So let's go back and see if we can fix it now. If not, I'll just do this the old-fashioned way, take the train to the depot and fix it, man. Nope, I think we fixed it. Yep, there we go. Okay, now for the easy part. Parallel tracks, because they snap. I said they snap. Don't make me a liar, game. There we go. Yeah, and also you could still, you know, detour it. But we don't need to, because doubling this. And it's really not expensive to do so, amazingly. I mean, once you have a track down, it'll just terraform half the land that you did initially. So it tends to be half as much as you think it would be, as opposed to other games where it tends to cost a bit more. And, oh man. Tunnels. This is what I meant by it's not perfect. It's good, it's just not perfect. Snapping into a tunnel is such a pain. Let me see, can I get away with snapping into this part? Come on, come on. Okay, I have an idea. First, let me split the track. This hill is going to be empty. That should be parallel. Yep, it is. Alright, now let me see if I can connect these two together. That, or I can just make a switch in the tunnel. I don't really want to have them to wait. Aw. Boo. I knew this tunnel would be a problem. Oh well. I'll just make a switch into it. It'll be fine. And let me see if I can make it shorter. There we go. Yeah, that's going to be a humongous pain. That's going to be even worse. I should have planned it out. I'm sorry, guys. I should have planned that out. Comments section, fire away. Anyway, let me try to resolve this. You know what? Since it's really not going to be a high-speed line to begin with, I'll just make it short. Sure, the trains will have to go slower to the siding, but hey, sure beats having to do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I'm going to need to make that siding really short. Wait, not sure, longer. You can tell I don't really think these through. There we go. Put some signals down. Now these signals are path signals, which you might know from OpenTTD, but let's just say these things are awesome. And by that I mean, you know how in, say, Locomotion in older games where you had signals and the trains were going over junctions that didn't meet but had parallel well, crossings basically, where they go over. And well, you know, 2 trains are coming along, and one of them had to stop because even though it wasn't going the way the other one was, the fact that the sections met up together caused the signals to say, hey, this is one giant piece of track. And since there's a train here, you can't go across, because there's a train here. With path signals, that doesn't apply. Well, ish. Basically what I'm trying to say is, that signal problem doesn't exist. Too bad. I mean, granted, there are times where a signal will say it's blocked and it's really not. And I'll go over that in a second with a demonstration. But let me just place these basic ones down for now. I'll probably upgrade them later. But, you know, stuff. I'm a little bit nice to road junctions with signals because I don't want trains accidentally blocking a pathway in case I want buses and stuff going across. By having signals on the opposite side of the road, so when a train stops, it stops here, as opposed to on the track. Well, the road. Let's see. I'm not even gonna try counting how many spaces away it is, which I think that should be a feature. Just have it to where it will automatically build as many signals as it can against the given length of track, because, well, I think TTD has that. I know some trains did. TTD should. But, yeah, that would be a nice feature. There we go. And let's see. Everything seems fine here. Another thing, which I'll show later, sadly, they haven't implemented, what's it called? Well, basically a way for the game to have multiple lines go into a station and separate the tracks by usage. I'll just show you later. But that should fix everything. And let me get a second train. Buy train. Let me pause the game so it doesn't take money out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazingly, there are no oh wait. Yeah, I'll just cover it later. My mistake. So let's see. This station has... Okay, yeah. I was right. This train's going to be full. Hopefully it'll fit in that little siding. I kind of doubt it, but, you know, it's an old train. It should fit. So there it goes. Set the line. And it's just going to magically appear on the side there. Because, you know, vehicle man. You know what? It does fit. What was I worried about? Anyway. With that giant tunnel there, that's going to be a big pain. That is just going to be a big pain to deal with. I could rebuild it, but that's going to be a lot of money. Yeah. Let's see how our lines are doing, actually. Wow. I mean, I know it's 1850, so the game's a bit lenient, and it's also on easy, but that is quite a bit for the little amount we have currently. I assure you, once 1870 rolls around, that'll go to nothing because, you know, faster vehicles will be around, and if we're still using these, passengers don't like it. Yeah, it's gonna have to wait for a signal. And you know what I think? I think we could ride one of these vehicles. At least until the next one's invented. Well, I think of a good way to connect some of the industries in my head. Ah, yeah, this is gonna be a problem. If only they were faster. If they were faster, they would be bigger. If they're bigger, they wouldn't fit in that signal block. But that second train should be able to move now. They'll just have to wait. And you know what? Just for fun, let's follow our first one. Even on high settings, and even low settings, this game is just beautiful. Especially to be in beta. And with some of the vehicles being kind of lopsided with the wheels. I mean, it's not really noticeable unless you look really hard. It's just beautiful. I couldn't imagine them doing a better job unless they actually did. Anyway, this train's going for what is it, Whitford? I guess so. Yeah, that tunnel's such a pain. No, the lag is just due to optimization of that sky not really being that great. Because see, it's running perfectly fine here, but once I get down and actually see the sky, lag. And again, this computer, when you see the specs, you're going to be like, why? I'm going to be like, because of the game. And that's not good. Did I save? Not quite. Oh boy. Well guys, I'm going to stop here and, well, I don't know, try to get back to this point if my save file is not bad. Anyway, I'll see you later guys. This is JM764, signing out.